we thought it was time to do an Innuendo bingo video. And to do something a bit special, we thought we could do some innuendos from the Harry Potter books.
And to help us out, we invited our friend Lisa.
Hello, Earthlings. Should you explain what innuendo is, maybe? Because I had never heard about it before, and so if people watch it, they will just think you're crazy.
Okay.
As if they didn't already.
Innuendo bingo means you put a lot of water in your mouth, sit opposite of each other, and try not to laugh.
Voldemort put a bit of himself inside me, Harry said, thunderstruck. Harry and Ron were delighted when she told Malfoy he had been doing it wrong for years. Harry rubbed his wand feverishly. It's not even until white sparks shot out at the end, which earned him a disapproving look from Fleur. I don't know, said Harry. Maybe it's better when you do it yourself. I didn't enjoy it much when Dumbledore took me along for the ride. Just because you're allowed to use magic now, you don't have to whip your wand out for every little thing. Can I have a look at Uranus too, Lavender? Said Ron. Mrs. Weasley returned from Diagon Alley, okay. Around 6 o'clock, laden with books and carrying a long package wrapped in brown paper that Ron took from her with a moan of longing. Okay. Now here it says as a headline, the Gryffindor Quidditch team orgy. And well, it's not a quote, it's just a headline. What are you doing? Said Harry curiously. How come you're not going to Hogsmeade? Hogsmeade, whatever. We've come to give you a bit of festive cheer before we go, said Fred with a mysterious wink. Come in here. He nodded toward an empty classroom. To the left of the one-eyed statue. Harry followed Fred and George inside. George closed the door quietly and then turned beaming to look at Harry. Early Christmas present for you, Harry, he said. Fred pulled something from his cloak with a flourish. How come Fred and George never gave it to me, said Ron, outraged. I'm their brother. He and all the other Weasleys froze on the threshold, gazing at the scene in front of them, which was also suspended in mid-action, both Sirius and Snape looking toward the door with their wands pointing into each other's faces and Harry immobile between them. Okay.
That one was hard.
Oh yeah.
Ron struggled for a moment before managing to extract his wand from his trousers. It's no wonder I can't get it out, Hermione. You packed my old jeans, they're tight. Snape lay panting on the ground. James and Sirius advanced on him, wands raised. You think you're such a big man, Potter, said Malfoy, advancing now, Crabbe and Goyle flanking him. You wait, I'll have you. Now that Harry's done me, it's time for me to do you, Ron, said Hermione, as she brought him into the house. Something hot and wet was trickling down his chin.
No.
Nice socks, Potter, Moody growled as he passed, his magical eyes staring through Harry's robes. Potter, you can skin Malfoy's shrivel fake.
What?
I don't know.
That doesn't even make sense.
Instead, he contented himself with scrawling a note to Ron. Let's do it tonight. 13.5 inches. Yes, powerful wand. Very powerful, but in the wrong hands. Okay, I cannot fake Hagrid's accent, but he says, "You've got to stroke him," said Hagrid, as though this was the most obvious thing in the world. "Look." He bit hard on his pillow to stop himself from making a noise. Well, said Ron finally, looking up at Harry. "How was it?" Harry considered for a moment. "Wet," he said truthfully.
I know that feeling.
"Wet," she said truthfully. "Say hello to him, Hagrid, for us," called Hermione, as Harry proceeded down the ward. "And ask him what's happening about his little friend."
I think that's my last sip.
Yeah, mine too.
And I have to look for a good one. "I see," said Uncle Vernon, looking from his white-faced wife to Harry and hitching up his trousers. He seemed to be swelling. "Put that away, will you?" said Sirius finally, as James made a fine catch and Wormtail let out a cheer, before Wormtail wets himself from excitement.
Yay! Bye!
Or as we say in Austria,
Baba!